You know, I never thought I'd be doing this. 3 times in my life I've stepped out of my private life, the military, the school board, and then now. And it's because what I see going on. And I've been the kind of person all my life that I pretty much read the tea leaves. I always look ahead, what's going on. I pretty much managed my life in a 5-year plan, looked at what I wanted to do. And I saw this thing coming many years ago. In fact, I worked with the CEO of a corporation that moved out of Oregon. He said, because this state here is not business friendly, and I'm getting out of here. The reason I want to do this is because we're in extraordinary times right now that needs extraordinary leadership. And it's going to take a lot of hard work the next 10 years. It's not going to happen a year or two, the next 10 years to make this thing happen. We got to purge the Congress now. We have to purge it. I mentioned in Newport, there's 435 positions open. They need 400 to be replaced. We need to really get back to our Constitution and turn this country back to you. And that's why you're here tonight. That's why I'm here. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing that for you and for all my children and for my wife. Now my style has always been, I've been one that has always been persuasive. That's my style. I persuade people. I've always done that. That's why I've been able to buy big manufacturing plants and build plants, because I'm very consistent and some people say you're a bulldog. Well, I am. I don't change. I'm a conservative. I've had political people that tell me, take that word conservative off in the 5th district. You won't get elected as being a conservative. I said I am a conservative whether I make it or not. I'm a conservative. I don't change my stripes. I am who I am. What you see is what you get. Now what I see in my opponent here, he has an average voting record. He's a fine young man. But he uses compromise in his style. We saw that with the gas tax increase. We had a group, the business people that needed infrastructure taken care of. So he went and did that, but he compromised the families, the men and women who have to pay for that. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I would have got all those business people and say, we're going to go to the legislature and we're going to persuade them to open those mills up, to get that timber so that mill in Albany doesn't shut down. That's what I would have done. And I would have won, because I've won before. I know how to do that. And that's why I'm running, because it takes superior leadership, and it takes somebody committed, somebody to stand up and fight, and to make this thing happen for you, and for me, and for my children. My father-in-law says, I'm in the sunset of his life, and he is. He doesn't need to worry about Social Security. He doesn't need to do that. Who's going to fight for him? Kurt Schrader had an average voting record, but what did he do when he went to Congress? What did he do? He sold us down the river. And now he's coming back to Oregon and he says, I'm a conservative. Well, I'm very populist too. So don't believe the hype, folks. People have asked me, 3 people asked me here, I want to know about your background. They spent 4.5 hours and they said, Fred, when they got down, we only found the tip of the iceberg on you. I'm not a 30-second commercial. My life is not a 30-second commercial. I will go anywhere, anytime to sit down to talk to anybody about anything. I will be the first one there and the last one to leave. Don't believe the hype. It's not a 30-second commercial. This is the most serious election in your lifetime. And what you're doing right now has been done before. And it was Poland. And it was called the Solidarity Movement. And there wasn't led by a man that was in a pretty suit and a fancy tie, and he was seminar trained. It was led by an electrician from the shipyard. And what you're living right now is the American solidarity. Don't let them talk you down. This is your movement, your election. Get serious about it. Thank you.